There was a bit of tension between Yukon's premier and the Grand Chief of the Council of Yukon First Nations on the government's plan to scrap the proposed Yukon Health Authority, which is called Shokwa'a. She said disappointment was an understatement. The council is now calling on the Yukon government to reverse its decision. Those involved in the board's creation are being more direct in their criticism.
They indicated that they wanted to work with Yukon First Nations and others to reassess the work done to date on the health authority. Now, I can tell you none of that has happened despite repeated requests to meet from the Health Transformation Advisory Committee.
The chair of the board of Shokwa'a is also not pleased. Stephen Mills was hoping to receive a letter from the Yukon government explaining their plan and direction, but at the time of recording, that's yet to happen.
It's kind of a shocking omission by the government, and I guess it reflects their, their perception and the value that they place on Shokwa on our board.
In response to their concerns, Yukon's premier says they have yet to meet or communicate with lots of stakeholders.
We thought it would be respectful to start with First Nations leadership and then move down into these technical committees that the chief has referenced. That's what we intend to do. So we'll be reaching out through myself, through the Minister of Health and Social Services, to various groups to seek feedback and input about where we're going to go on this file.
But the road ahead remains to be seen. Frost presented two potential options: mount a legal challenge against the government or create a health authority specifically for Yukon First Nations. Mills hopes to work directly with First Nations and other Yukoners to transform the system from the top down.
And as you leave Whitehorse, you see how that system becomes more and more challenging for all the Yukoners that reside outside of Whitehorse.
He says he'll keep working on the board until that letter from the government arrives. TJ Dhir, CBC News, Whitehorse.